All right, another FSD drive here on version 13.2.9, and we're going to go ahead and start from park. And I'm a little bit worried about the curb here on our left, so just need to make sure that it clears the curb. Seems very hesitant to even go. All right, I'm actually pressing the accelerator because it's being awkward around that lady that wanted to let us go. All right, and I don't actually want to go out the way it wants to go out. So what I'm going to do here is I had to disengage just because I really want to exit this way. Now it should ride it right. So I had to disengage right there at the front, and the interaction with that one person walking wasn't great. But now hopefully we should be good to go. Should be taking a little different route on this one. Yep. I might actually get a little bit of rain here. Or maybe not. I don't know. Looked like we got a little sprinkle there, and it does look like it's dark clouds ahead, but I don't know if it's going to actually rain. Be nice to see some good performance in the rain. Alright, so here we are coming up on this intersection to turn. Got in the turn lane really nicely, and looks like we're not going to make the light, so wait for the arrow. Yep, so they do have road work going on this road. They've been working on it for quite a while. We'll see what condition it's in. Definitely be nice once they actually get this road complete. Looks like they've actually done like an initial paving of this, because it's already wider than it used to be, and they've painted it somewhat. So should be pretty straightforward actually. It's not very smooth, but it's actually painted and pretty obvious what the lane is, so that's different than it was last time I went through here. Yeah, so I mean, it's well marked, even though they've obviously shifted these lanes around a lot. So FSD is having no problems with that. We'll see up here if it abruptly turns because of these lanes painted weird. Yeah, but it did it smoothly, so it's all good. All right, we're going to be taking a right up here, and yeah, so this fairly new lanes here, but all handled well. Should have a gap here. Yep. So as soon as we had that gap, it took it. So nice and smooth. All right, so here's another example of where it doesn't want to get in the correct lane well in advance. So we are going to be taking a left, coming up in just under a mile, and on these streets, well, okay, so there you go. I mean, it got over, but we actually had plenty of time earlier, so that wasn't too bad this time. Last time it waited until less than a half a mile, I think, before it got over, but this time it actually got over at about 0.8 miles, so that's not too bad. Very yellow light. It was yellow though, it didn't run red. So we should be in the right left turn lane normally, because that's the side we'll be needing to get into. But I actually like this choice here that it took the left turn lane to not be behind that semi, because it's probably going to take them a while to actually turn. So yeah, definitely a good decision. And I think it is in the right left turn lane, so it must have decided that because of that truck being there. All right, so we are going to be turning right in a mile, so plenty of time to just go ahead and get over into the right lane, but I guess we're just gonna kind of camp out in the left lane for now. All right, so less than a half a mile until the turn. Yeah, so all right, I mean, again, I would just be in the correct lane basically as long as I can be, just so I don't have to think about it. But that's definitely one area where FSD does not choose to do that. Now, I don't know, maybe most people drive that way and they're not in the lane they're supposed to be in until the last minute, but especially on these side streets, as long as there's not somebody going ridiculously slow or something, I always try to be in the correct lane and in advance. The same is true once we take this right here onto this street. The right lane actually goes away, turns into a turn only lane, and we need to go straight. So I would choose to get over to the left lane as soon as possible. I think it will probably do that, but we'll just see. Basically, as soon as we turn, we should try to get in the left lane because the right lane goes away. So let's see what it does. Okay, it actually turned into the left lane. Actually, I don't know that that's completely legal. I think you're supposed to turn into the right lane and then move over. But of course, I probably would do that too. So most people probably drive that way. It's not anything necessarily unsafe or anything about that. But yeah, here's where the lane goes away. And so in past versions, we had a lot of trouble with it would stay in that right lane right up until the moment it ended. So it'd be like a turn only lane already, and it would have to shift and go straight. And that's not a good thing to do. You should definitely plan ahead more than that. But I don't know. I don't know if that's a mapping thing or if it was actually FSD's decision making or poor decision making. But they've obviously corrected it at some point. So version 13.2.9 seems to work well with that lane that goes away every time. And then we had a phantom wipe here. The windshield wipers, for some reason, wipe when they shouldn't, when there's nothing going on. We did get one drop now, but all right, so technically we should not block this intersection. Well, we're not stopped, so it's okay, but let's kind of see if maybe we would stop a little bit further back and leave room for that intersection, but didn't get the chance. A lot of traffic oncoming here. Should have a gap after this truck. And we do. And see, this is a good timing. Like it got in the left lane at first opportunity. So this is good. Half a mile, less than half a mile, we have to do a U-turn. So definitely want to get over as soon as we can. Didn't slow down too much too early, and it looks like we're going to have a gap immediately. Yeah, so very smooth, efficient U-turn there. Didn't have to wait at all. We just happened to come upon it at like the perfect timing to have a gap, and then we just have this final turn here, and then we're there. So puts on the turn signal well in advance, which is good because we have to get really slow for this turn. And it handles it perfectly. So that was it. We made it to our destination, getting in the neighborhood here. The only problem I had was at the very beginning there, it just wasn't doing what I really wanted it to do on the parking lot. Once we engaged getting out onto the street, it would follow us drive. Again, the thing that's probably bothering me the most is just the decision to not be in the correct lane early on. I definitely would prefer that it would do that. But other than that, it was great. Zero intervention, disengagement drive once we got out on the street. So that's it for this one. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.